What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Draft Report. In today's video, we're going to be doing a scouting report on Anthony Richardson, the quarterback from the University of Florida. Um, as you most likely saw with Richardson, he destroyed the combine, putting up a raw athletic score of 10.0. And the real question that we will be answering in today's video is, does that athleticism translate to NFL production, and is he worthy of a top 10, top 5, top 1 pick, or should he not be considered in the first round at all? We will be discussing all of this in today's video, so without further ado, let's get into the film. Alright, so the first thing to know about Richardson is just how freakishly insane he is, just looking at the numbers. So Richardson stands at 6'4", 245, which is huge. I think he's the heaviest quarterback prospect since Cam Newton. And when you think of heavy, you don't think of guys that run in the 4.4s and can jump over 40 inches either. So he is literally a unicorn when it comes to athleticism at the quarterback position, and he is a tank as well. So as we'll see on this play here, this is just a good example of the mobility he has and the potential he has as just a runner. So here he does a good little option, and as you see this guy flying off the right side here, good block by the running back, but Richardson, I think, does a good job stepping up in the pocket here and still being able, see, just nice little pocket movement, and then just takes off. And right here, I mean, he has room, right? But 40 yards, Patrick Mahomes is getting caught by this guy. Patrick Mahomes getting caught by this guy. Joe Burrow's getting caught by this guy. I mean, Justin Fields is scoring here, Lamar Jackson's scoring here, but I mean, how many guys are realistically taking this all the way? Not many, but Richardson is gone in a blur. That's that 4.4 speed right there. And then he has to make a move on this DB. No problem, just a little triple cut, and it's a touchdown. He's just so dynamic as a runner. We'll see from this other angle here, just the speed and the agility he has. For a guy this size, he's still able to juke like a Lamar Jackson almost, and it's truly amazing what he can do as a runner. So we see here again, steps up in the pocket, knows when to take off. That's a perfect time to take off, and he's just so fast. And then, whoop, little triple cut. Just so dynamic as a runner. Okay, so this is another example of how dynamic he is as a runner. So keep in mind right here, this ball is on, yes, the 19-yard line. So as we press play here, Richardson gets the snap, clearly doesn't see anything open, so takes off. And right here, the average quarterback's probably picking up 5, right? I mean, 4 yellow jerseys, 1 blue jersey, probably not picking up a ton of yards, but he just outruns everyone. I mean, that burst is incredible. But again, Patrick Mahomes, this guy has perfect pursuit, can push him towards the sideline, right? I mean, yeah, big gain of 20, but it's not going to turn into a touchdown, right? Well, Richardson jukes that guy out, puts him on the ground. That does give these guys at the back a little time to catch up, but he'll just break that tackle, another one, maybe 3, and then stumble into the end zone. Just a casual 81-yard touchdown with 4 broken tackles. Can you name a quarterback outside of maybe Lamar Jackson in history that could do that? I'll give you Cam, maybe, but Cam was not as fast as Richardson is. I mean, as a runner, he is truly incredible. We see again just insane speed. Number 5 here, that is not a defensive back. That is that is not a defensive lineman. That's a cornerback, and he's just blowing right by him. And then this, boop, just jukes him out. 1 broken tackle, 2, 3, just slips right out of those. I mean, it is truly incredible what this guy can do with his legs. And when you couple that with the fact that he's not a runner, like not a running back, he actually can throw the ball as well. He could be truly scary in an NFL offense. While Richardson's a great runner, it's not the only thing that he is elite at either. Richardson also has one of the strongest arms in this draft class and will instantly have a top 10 strongest arm in the league when he enters. And you'll see this on full effect right here. Um, First play of the game against LSU. Um, Looks like a little man coverage action, and this guy's going to run. He's running a little post route. Richardson reads that well, and little flick of the wrist from the 43. I mean, that took no effort at all. Perfectly placed over two safeties right in the breadbasket. I mean, an insane throw. That's a 55-yard throw that he just made look so casual. We'll, we'll see his throw from this angle, but it's ridiculous. I mean, it just looks so effortless the way he throws the ball deep on these throws. Um, Here we go again with Richardson. The play action. If I told you that produced a 55-yard pass, you would not believe me. That looked so casual, and it's just an absolutely insane pass right over the shoulder of a DB, only where his guy could catch it. Just a great pass from Richardson. This play here against the national champion Bulldogs, I believe, shows Richardson's whole game almost in a nutshell. So we're gonna see trips to both, or two receivers both sides. These two are gonna run little 10-yard curls, and then we're gonna see a little double route against Khalil Ringo on the outside here, and this guy is gonna help block and then do a little chip out. So the main route we're looking for in this play is this double move. And on the snap, as happened many times this year, especially against a Georgia defense, Richardson, he has no hope here, right? Most quarterbacks are not getting out of this. One, two, three, four, five guys in his face, and those are Georgia D linemen. Those aren't just any linemen. He's most likely not getting out of this, and this was common this year. His O-line was awful, but Richardson somehow he's getting tackled by four dudes here, and he's able to somehow, I don't know how, he gets out of there. And then here, as we look up here, that is open right now, but that's not a smart pass, right? Like, just hit this guy underneath. You just escaped a triple sack somehow. Like, we do not need to be throwing this ball into double coverage, especially on the run. But what's Richardson going to do? He's going to chuck it up there. But what's amazing about this throw, keep in mind, this is from the 12, 13-yard line. We'll say the 12-yard line. On the run, basically a jump throw. And look at how far this ball ends up traveling. Again, really stupid pass. But this receiver, that went to the 25. I mean, that is incredible. That is an insane pass. That is 62 yards just jumping. That's basically all arm. Again, very stupid decision. That's why his stats looked the way they did this year, because he would do crap like that. But, I mean, you see the skill there. You see the ability to break free from three defenders. You see the on-the-run 62-yard bomb that he can throw. But then you're questioning the decision. He had an easy 15-yard pickup right on the middle of the field and decides, you know what, I'm just going to chuck it out over there. That's the part of Richardson's game that needs a lot of work. But he really only had one season starting. So, I mean, it's tough to really say anything about that, but definitely needs some improvement there. But that just shows the insane arm that he has. So this play here is going to be another example of Richardson's decision making and just immaturity, I would say, as a quarterback. So what we're going to see here, trips wide side. We're going to see a little post coming up there. We're going to see a outbreaking route about 20 yards up there, and then this guy's going to streak across on an inbreaker, and then we're going to have this tight end that's coming over there. Pretty basic concept. This running back's going to help block. Pretty basic concept for the Gators here. So Richardson gets the snap and the pocket. The running back does a horrible job blocking, and just gets absolutely obliterated. And pressure in the face of Richardson again does a good job just calmly moving away from it. And then right here, you're scrambling to your weak side. You have this guy open. If he looks up, I know I'm not expecting him to make this throw, but I'm just saying, just keep in mind this guy has no one in front of him if he just somehow could get it out to him. But anyways, two guys in his face. Yes, I understand that's going to be a tough thing to look for through, but how many white jerseys are in this area of the field compared to the blue jerseys? I see one blue jersey. I see one, two, three, four, four white jerseys. Is this a good throw going to your weak side? No, that is a very poor decision. And what does Richardson do? He backpedals onto his back foot. At least if you're going to throw that, put some power into it. Don't just like if you're throwing a pass like this, that's a pick. That is not getting completed when you're throwing a pass like that. It's just not, especially when this is what you're throwing to. Yeah, so this is the problem with Richardson. He makes throws like this way too often. You would never see Bryce Young do anything like this. Um, and it obviously led to a flailing ball that got picked by one of the seven white jerseys in the area. Um, and man, it's tough because you want to bet on the traits, you want to bet on the arm, the legs, but man, you can't have throws like that at the NFL level. It just isn't going to work. Um, we can see it from this other angle. It's such a poor decision. And I know it was the first game of the year. It was basically his first game starting. But man, if that comes up again in the NFL, and you've seen it with Josh Allen, he'll do bonehead things like this sometimes too. It just kills your team. Like, you can't be doing this. I mean, I like the pocket movements there. Like, that was good movement. Just throw the ball away. Like, nothing's hurt if you throw the ball away here. But no, I mean, that is just a stupid, stupid pass. He actually dropped the pick. I didn't see that, but yeah, that's the problem with AR-15 right there. So this is a quick one here, but this is just an incompletion that shows Richardson's inaccuracy a little bit, which is another weakness of his game. So right here, I really like the decision to throw this ball. This is a tight window throw, smart decision. He does a good job stepping up into the face of pressure to make this throw. But as he's throwing it, he just relies too much on his arm, doesn't use that lower body. As you'll see, I'll skip it back a little bit. Richardson just kind of a lazy throw. Like, you got to rip this one in there, and he just kind of arms it, and it ends up high. That's an easy 25-yard gain for Justin Herbert, for Patrick Mahomes, but Richardson just doesn't have that accuracy yet, and it's from his mechanics being so inconsistent that he just struggles. He throws it high, he underthrows it, he throws it mistiming, like all the inaccuracies. It's not a single problem. It's kind of all over the place with him. So this is another red zone play here against Georgia. So basic concept of this play, this is going to be a little post to the corner. This guy's going to run it out, and it's going to make Khalil Ringo here choose between the two, and Richardson will try to hit the one that Khalil does not choose, right? So on the snap, obviously, oh, Khalil chooses the post. Well, he kind of just goes in between, but Richardson sees that underneath is open. Right here, if he rips that ball, that's a great pass. But does he look in a position to throw? No. He's looking there. He's looking there, and he's not ripping it. You got to throw with anticipation at the next level when everything speeds up. And Richardson has not shown a ton of that. He even waits more time, more time, more time. He's finally throwing it, and at this point, he's bunched up against the sideline, right? Like, you got to throw it on the number, on the break of the number. That's where you got to throw it. Throw with anticipation, right? No, Richardson doesn't do that. He even pump fakes. What are you scared of throwing of right there? That guy is wide open. Get rid of the ball. And Richardson just all arms, no legs into that throw. Airmails it. I mean, that is a easy throw from Richardson. and he just messes it up because his mechanics are so inconsistent and he's just scared to rip the ball into the window. Like it's not even a tight window throw. Like right there you got to be throwing it. There's no pressure in your face. You're from a clean pocket. Like why are you pump faking? There's no reason for that. We'll watch this one more time. Like right here, an anticipatory throw would be thrown right here. Ringo, yeah, he could break on that, but shoot, you got to trust your receiver and trust your throw. If you put that right there, the only guy who can get that is your receiver. Ringo is not breaking his hips or this way. He is not getting downhill fast enough and breaking on your receiver. Like, you got to be confident and throw that ball. Yes, maybe, I guess he could be seeing this post might get open and looking for the big touchdown, but man, on a first down in the red zone, you just got to be trusting yourself and ripping that throw in there. And again, right here, he could even throw that. And right now Ringo has better positioning on it. Like if he throws it earlier, Ringo's in a worse spot. Now Ringo's in a better spot. So maybe that's why he got a little scared to throw. And then again, the pump fake. Like, why are you pump faking right here? Now you're from a worse pocket than you were throwing from before because you're waiting to throw. And then like there's no reason to pump fake. Your guy has more separation than you could want. Like what is that? 3 yards that way, 3 yards this way. Like that is separation that you rarely see. Like you gotta rip that ball in there. And Richardson just you cannot be incompleting passes like that. It's a problem, and it's gonna need to be fixed at the next level. Okay, so I just ripped on Richardson's accuracy and decision making for like 10 minutes or whatever it was there. But I don't want to make it seem like he cannot pass the ball. Like he'll drop passes that are insane, like this one. So what we're going to see here is a pretty typical play. It's one high safety, which is going to be a streak, and I believe this guy runs a curl. But it's really just to isolate this receiver and get this. That's not the safety. Whoever the safety is up here, just get him away from the play and isolate whoever this receiver is. But as you'll see, this receiver is not. He kind of burns Ringo off the line, but like you can't really throw this ball. But I mean, it's gonna have to be a immaculate pass, right? Like, I don't trust Richardson to make this throw, and it's probably a stupid decision, but I'll let you watch this. When this is the result, you can't really complain. Right over the shoulder of a diving Ringo, it is an absolute masterpiece of a throw. Like, that's good mechanics right there. I mean, I'd like to see him get into his front side a little more, but he's throwing with touch. Like, this is a touch throw. That is incredible. Um, I'll pause it at the peak. Like that is a throw of an NFL quarterback. That is a 40-yard throw right over a diving corner, right on the boundary. I mean, that is an impressive throw. Not many guys in the league are doing that. Like he did, it's just so tough with him because he'll make a throw like the one I just showed you, where he overthrows a dude 5 yards in front of him, and then he'll drop an absolute dime 40 yards downfield and make it look like nothing. He's so just inconsistent, I guess would be the word. And it's so frustrating. But if you can get more throws like this and less throws like the one in the red zone, it's going to be scary for the league. So this one I wouldn't necessarily call like an amazing throw or anything, but it just shows the zip he has on his ball, which is another aspect of just the arm talent he has. Like my worry with Young, like Bryce Young, is his arm talent, Like it's just not that elite level. But you see a throw like this from Richardson in the face of pressure, right? I mean, it's a good throw. It's an anticipatory throw, which I like. Look at when he's throwing this. I mean, that is a hold, my goodness. But anyways, when he's throwing this, that receiver's not open. That's the definition of an anticipatory throw. And Richardson's in the face of pressure. This is B.J. Ojulari, probably going to be a second-round pick, coming down his front side, and he has to rip this ball in there. This is going to need to be a dart, right? And he does a good job of sensing the pressure, not getting too scared of it, and that is a rip. He rips that ball in there. A nice anticipatory throw, picks up, moves the chains. We'll see it from this angle. And you see the velocity he can put on it when he gets into that lower half. The problem is half the time I mean, that's in the face of pressure. Look, he's getting into that lower half. All that weight's on his front foot, and it puts velocity on the ball. I think he threw 58 miles an hour at the combine, which was at the top. I think he was third at the combine in that. And you see it there. He has the ability to do it. He just needs to get into that lower half more consistently and not just use his arms so much when he throws. Okay, so this is going to be another example of a great throw by Richardson. So we're going to see doubles to both sides. This guy is going to come in motion. We're going to have a two-layer in route. This guy's going to run a shallow in route. This one's actually going to run a deeper. I drew that bad. And then this guy's just going to run a clear out streak. The goal is to isolate these linebackers and make them choose one of the routes, and Richardson will throw to either of them. And on the snap, this is kind of what happens, but as we saw many times this year, Florida's O-line just kind of broke down. Like, what is this right tackle doing? Why is this guy coming in unblocked? Beats me, but anyways, Richardson has someone on his blind side that I don't really think he sees, to be honest. But either way, as he's throwing this pass, well, the ball's already in the air, but this pass is not really open, right? I mean, this guy's at the 50. You're gonna have to throw it. You're gonna have to throw it over this guy jumping and only go about 3 yards over. This is gonna be a tough pass. He could have hit this check down, but in the face of pressure, he feels that he can throw this touch pass. Again, I really don't think he saw this guy coming. But anyways, a perfect touch pass right over. I mean, that is right over. You can't really see the ball, but it's like an inch. It looks like over that guy's hand. I mean, that is an impressive throw right to the hands of his receiver in stride. Just a perfect pass. We'll watch it in full speed here. So, receiver comes in motion, and corner comes straight off. Richardson doesn't see him. Touch pass right over the linebacker's hands and gives him running. We'll watch from the other angle. Just an impressive pass from Richardson here. And again, it's so tough because he'll do this, and then he'll throw a pick scrambling back off his back foot, and it's just, you got to get rid of those. But more of that, sign me up if I'm an NFL team. So this is going to be the last play I show you guys. And I don't think you can complete an Anthony Richardson scouting report without showing this play. I mean, I think I saw this play at least 50 times the day after it happened. This was game 1 of the year against Utah. I believe it was a 2-point conversion to either tie or win the game. And, well, not really much explaining to do. I'll just let you guys watch it in full speed. Tell me if you've ever seen another quarterback do this, let alone someone 6'4", 245. Little, I don't. What do you even call that? An in-air spin move? I have no idea. Pump fake spin that also juked another defender out. I mean, and then the pass isn't. I mean, it's a good pass, but that's not what we're here about. It's about that play. Pretty insane. I don't even know what you call that. I just had to show it. So I think that's going to wrap it up for the AR-15 scouting report. I'll close with my final thoughts on him. I think he is maybe the best, he has the best tools of any quarterback maybe ever. I mean, a 10 on the raw athletic score at 6'4", 245, and as we're talking about that, can make throws like that. His arm is elite level. His legs are elite level. He's shown the ability to be an elite level pocket passer, and I think a thing that his decision making is weak, and he needs to read the field faster. I think he just needs to speed it up. But I think his pocket presence is pretty good. I think many people think that he doesn't have good pocket presence, and he's this inexperience. But I think for his 1 year in college, he looked pretty good in the pocket, better than I would say most true sophomores or better than most first year starters do. Like he shows good pocket presence. He just needs to speed up that decision making just a little bit. Just go through it faster, read the field better, and then just get rid of those stupid mistakes. And man, we could be looking into star. I think what is going to be best for him is a team that's willing to rest him for a year. Maybe sit behind um, a quarterback, maybe get in maybe 4 or 5 games at the end of the year, but he's so young. I believe he'll be 21, maybe 21 and a half when he's drafted. That is young. You can sit him 2 years even, and he's the same age as Will Levis is right now. You have time with him. You do not need to rush him and start him day one. He's going to be a project. Like, he's not going to come in and win MVP his rookie year. Like, it might take him 4 or 5 years to get to what he can truly be. But if you're willing to wait and you have a good bridge quarterback, I think he is a great guy to take. And you got to bet on the tools in today's NFL. Um, you just don't see guys without the elite level arm, without the legs that can really get it done. And I think if you're going to go all in, like if you're going to get a toolsy guy, just go with Richardson. He oozes with tools. Like I don't think there's anyone in history that has the speed, the size, and the arm combo that he does. Maybe Cam Newton, maybe. And I'm not saying he's going to be Cam Newton because Cam was an amazing passer, but if he can just get rid of those slight inconsistencies, fix his mechanics, I think he could be special. Um, I would I would be willing to take him as high as 3. I have Stroud and Young over him. I have Levis behind him, but I can't blame you if you take him over Young. I think Stroud would be a reach to take him over, but I could see it. I could see a team going with him at 1, but realistically, I think he'll end up somewhere in the 3 to 5 range. And I really like the fit with the Seahawks because he could sit behind Geno, and I really like him in a Pete Carroll system. I just think, man, I could see it there. I could see him in Atlanta with Arthur Smith, sit behind. Like I think they cut Mariota, but anyways, be like Mariota. They need kind of a running quarterback in that scheme. He can be that. And then the other place, I don't think Houston would be good because I think Houston's going to want to start him day one, and I think that will stunt his development. He needs to sit behind a Geno. I really, really hope he ends up in Seattle or Carolina because I think Carolina he could sit behind Darnold potentially, and Frank Reich is a really good quarterback coach that I think could teach him well, teach him all the tools of the trade, I guess you could say, and just how to be a quarterback. Richardson. He's an athlete. I don't think he's a quarterback yet, if that makes sense. Like he needs to get those quarterbacking skills, and I really think Indiana or no, Carolina or Seattle, if he ends up there, I could see him winning multiple MVPs if he develops and has the work ethic he needs. He's going to be scary. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want more content, check out the links in the description for my scouting reports. And that's basically going to do it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.